Hello and welcome back to Python Fundamentals. In this video, I cover some list methods. So in my previous video, I explained about how to initialize the list, what is indexing and slicing in the list, and what are the operators that can be used on list and some list functions. So this video covers list methods. So the first method is the indexing method. So let us take one list. Now, index method returns index of a specified element in the list. So if you want to know the positional value of the element in the list, then you just use index method 55 and check what is its positional value for x dot index of 11, 0th position. That is the first method called index. And the next method we have is called append. Append is used to add elements at the end of the list. So I want to append 66 to the list. So x dot append and then print the list again. So x. So see here, whatever element we append, it will be added to the end of the list. That is called append method. And we can also copy the list to another list. Suppose y is equal to x dot copy. So you are copying the elements to y, then print y. Then obviously a copy of x will be created. That is called copy. So it returns the copy of the list. Then we have extend method. Now I have a list of x. Now I want to extend the list. Now the new list of x. Let us try to print the x, and then we'll understand what is the what are the elements in the x. So we have these elements. I want extend it further. So I can use x dot extend. So extend is one which adds the elements to the end of the list, not a single element. We can add the group of elements. So here in append, we are adding one element, a single element to the end of the list. Now we'll take group of elements. So we can write x dot extend. Now here you create a list, whatever you want to write, 77, 88, and 99. Then print again x. So x dot extend. So here, see here. So all the three elements of the elements are added to the end of the list. So the list has been extended. So that is the extend method in the list. And then you can also use an insert method where you can insert the values by position. Now here we have the different elements, and here I want to replace the element at the third position with 100. So third position is, this is 0th position, first, second position, third position is 44. So 44 should be replaced with the 100. So try to print x. So see here, 100, that is the element at 44 is replaced with 100, and 44 is moved to the next positional value. So that is called insert method, right? Next, we have a method called pop. Pop is a method which removes element from the end. So if you write x dot pop, so it removes the element from the last element in the list. So pop always removes the last element in the list. So 99 is removed. It is called pop. And you can also use x dot pop. You can write the position also, positional value. If you write at the 0th position and then write x, try to print x. So see here, you can, if you mention the positional value and ask to remove, then we have to write the index number of that element. Or if you simply write return a pop with an empty value, then it will remove from the at the end of the list, the element which is at the end of the list. So here we are specifying the position. So remove the element that is the position of 0, because 11 is in the 0th position, that is being removed. We can also use a remove method. Remove. It removes item with the value. Here we are giving the position, right? So if we use an empty pop method, then it removes the element at the end. And if you give the index value, positional value, it will remove the element in that position. Here you can remove the element by its value. Suppose 11. 11 is the 11 is not there because we already used. I want to remove 33. So if you write to remove 33, now here you are giving the value. What's value you want to remove? In pop, we are giving indexing, right? The positional value of the element. Here we are giving the element itself. So pop and remove both removes the eliminates or removes the element from the list. Pop takes index number for removing the elements, whereas remove takes the method takes the elements itself. Whatever element you want to remove, keep it in the brackets, right? It is called a remove method. And then we have a reverse, x dot reverse. Reverse is nothing but the list will be reverse, and then you can print the reverse list. So this is one more method, reverse. See here, it is being reversed. And you also have sort. Sorting is sorting in ascending order. X dot sort. So that we have, so these are the important methods. And also we have one more method called count method. So for that, I think we'll take another list and then repeat, go for the revision, 11, 22, 22, 33, 44. Now, I just want to count how many 11s are there in the list. So I can write x dot count 11. So how many 11s? Because a list can have duplicate values. So 11, so 11 is not repeated. Let us go for the first with the repeated element and count how many times 22 is being repeated in the list. So we'll take x dot count. It will return 2 because 2 times it is being repeated. So if you take the element with a single count, suppose 44, then it will return 1. So that is called count method. So these are the important methods that can be applied, built-in methods or list built-in methods in Python. The first method is called the indexing method, where you can get the positional value of the element. So you take a list and then use the method called index, x dot index, and give the element value. Then it will give the position of that element in the list. That is called indexing. Append. Append is used to append the elements to the list, and always the elements that are being appended will be added to the end of the list. So at the end of the list, the elements will be added. That is called append. Copy. You can make a copy of the list. So for that, you have to use another variable y and write down, call the method and apply on the list. So x is the list, x dot copy, and print y. Then you'll get the copy of y. So all the elements of x will be copied to y. So y is a new list now, the copy of x, right? And then extend. Extend means you can add not a single element, group of elements to the list. If you want to extend the list with a group of elements, use dot extend and give the elements to be added in the square bracket separated by comma. Then you can see it, these elements are added to the existing lists at the end of the existing list, right? That is called extend. Insert is if you want to insert a value, a new value in a particular position, then go for insert. So at the position 3, I am inserting a new value 100. So 100 is inserted at this third position, and the element that is in the third position will be shifted to the next position, that is the fourth position. So that is called insert option. Pop. Pop is nothing but used for removing, and it removes by using the indexing number of the element or positional value of the element, because here we have not given any position, so it removes the element from this last element in the list, that is called pop. But here we have given the index number, so we want to remove the element that is in the 0th position, so pop of 0, so 11 is removed. And then remove, we can also remove by the element itself. We can mention the element. Here we are giving the position, and remove takes the element. So x dot remove 33. So 33 will be removed from the list. That is called remove. Reverse. So if you want to reverse the list, use reverse method. And if you want to sort the list, go for sort method, x dot sort. And then you have another method called count, which gives how many number of times that element being repeated. So the number of times the element that is repeated in the list, that the count, it gives that count. So because 22 is repeated twice in the list, so the count is 22. 44 is only once it appeared once, so the count is 1. So these are the various built-in methods on list. So in my previous video, I covered about the list, operators on list, and functions. And in this video, I covered about the built-in methods in list in Python. So I hope you all understood. Thank you.